Before, check out this really cute dog picture because I think before we talk about heavy things, we need a little bit of, lightheartedness. So check it out, and enjoy. Thanks. So, other than learning how to grieve, to let go, and accept that there are things that I can control, I think also what has helped me is being grateful for what I do have, because I admit, I feel really grateful, and I know that there's a lot of things that I am thankful for. And I think focusing on the positive things that you do have, the good things that you do have, your friends and family. I feel like I had a job that I like. I got to study, and I'm surrounded by people that help me grow. I think leaning into that and being thankful for that really helps to not think of the other things that I won't never be able to do. But it just helps to focus on the positive rather than the negative, because focusing on the negative doesn't really help with anything. And I think also one thing that I have had to do, and I think by far this has been one of the hardest things, is learning how to take compliments and really believing people when they give you compliments. I remember I have a friend who not too long ago, I don't know what she said. She said something, I don't know if it was something I was wearing or my hair. It was something that had to do with my appearance. And she said she liked it. And automatically, I was like, oh, but, this is what's wrong with it. And she looked at me, and I will never forget how she looked at me. And she said, if you had never pointed that out, I would never have known. And I could see that it was more like she was disappointed in a way, because she was just trying to give a compliment. And I felt in that moment that it was more like I was negating that compliment, that I was telling her like, oh, like, don't give me a compliment because I don't believe you. And, that's it. So I think in a way she felt bad for giving the compliment, or she just, felt disappointed that I couldn't just take the compliment if she meant it. So I think, yeah, learning how to take compliments has been very difficult, but very needed to learn to let go of things that I can't control. And finally, I think what has also helped is going to therapy. And I think this applies to everyone, even if you don't have Mobius syndrome, even if you feel like you're not going through difficult things. I think that going to therapy helps more than we all realize. And I think for me in therapy, what really helped was saying things out loud, having that space to say things out loud, because I feel like with me, at least, if I avoid things and I don't say them out loud, they're not real. Once I say them out loud, they're there and I have to deal with them. So I think having that space to just really express how I feel and how things make me feel, and even talking about myself when I was a child and how that little child felt, and knowing that those feelings were valid, I think really helped bring all of that into, I guess, existence for me. And just then I had it in a more real way. They were made more real. So then I could actually deal with them. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm just making this up, or this doesn't exist, or it didn't happen. No, these things definitely existed. These things definitely happened. This definitely exists. And now I can find ways to work through them. And I think all of that really helped me learn to let go, and just start to live life more in the moment, because I wasn't attached to things. Things were not attached to me to where I had to keep carrying them, because I had let them go. So I think that's one of the ways that therapy really helped. And I really, really recommend going to therapy, where you can have someone that doesn't know you at a personal level. They don't know the history that you have. So they really do stay neutral And I think that helps with you just really bringing out what you need to bring out. Because also you don't know them. So you don't know the things that they do or don't like to hear, or if they do or don't like anything about you, you don't know that. So you have that freedom to just let go and express yourself and just work through the things that you need to work through. And that's it. I guess in a way it sounds transactional, but I think that's what really helps therapy work, or at least for me, that's what really helped. So saying that, touching a little bit on therapy, if you do feel like you need to talk to someone, please talk to someone. If it's not a professional, if you have a friend, a teacher, a counselor, just anyone that you feel like you could go talk to them, because I feel like that helps more than we think it helps. And I think us accepting the fact that we need help also helps others to know that we need help, and it helps them to help us. So please, if you're feeling that you need help, please seek it out. I don't feel like you are, I know a lot of people feel like they're weak, or, that there's something wrong with them, and there isn't. It's normal to need someone to talk to. It's normal to go through hard things and then have to work through them. So, just like you would go to the doctor for when you have headaches, or you break an arm, or you break a leg, you can go to therapy to try and heal those parts of you that need healing. So please go to therapy, talk to someone, and help yourself feel better. So I, of course, still have days that are more difficult than other days. And there are days where I do focus a lot on the fact that I have Mobius syndrome. And for whatever reason, I'm stressed or I'm having a hard time, I fixate on it. And I still feel angry or frustrated or sad that I have the syndrome and that I have to live with it. And there's a lot of thoughts of like, oh, like, why did I have to have this? Or like, what would my life be if I didn't have it? Like, who would I be? And then, that's normal. That goes back to grieving, and trying to let go of things, because I can't control this. I can't control the fact that I have this and that I have had to live with it, and, that I will always have it. I feel like, yeah, I had surgeries to try and form a smile. The surgeries are actually called smile surgeries. And so I've had these surgeries to try to be able to smile and make more expressions. But I still feel like, sometimes I still feel like that's not enough. And it is frustrating. But I think at the end of the day, and this applies to everyone, when you're having fun, or when you're enjoying yourself, or you're doing something you like, or you're spending time with the people that you like, you can't really see yourself unless you have a mirror or you're in front of a building that has a window that reflects. You can't see yourself. So what happens is you're just feeling the good emotions. You're just feeling that, you're happy, or you're enjoying whatever it is that you're doing, or you're enjoying the company of the people that you're with. And so you're not looking at yourself. So I think for me, that's important to remember, because I do have moments that I spend with people that I love, and they love me, and there are things that I do that I really enjoy and I do for myself. And there's a lot of times where situations happen and they're funny, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I don't ever remember living a moment where I really enjoyed myself or really enjoyed the company of others, and all I could think of was, I have Mobius syndrome and I look like this. Or I have Mobius syndrome and I laugh and it doesn't look like what a laugh should look like, or what we know as a laugh or a smile. So I think it's important to remember that when you're having fun, when you're enjoying yourself, when you're being happy, you are not looking at yourself. So it doesn't matter. What you're feeling and what you're experiencing is what matters, and what you're going to remember later on. And finally, I think something that I try to remember that I think has helped me let go of thinking of the way I look, especially in public, is that yes, I understand that people are going to stare, or, I know there's a social norm of what is to be someone that's good looking or not good looking, and that if you're considered not good looking, people are gonna, look at you and tell you like, oh, I don't like how you look, or like they're not gonna praise you for your beauty, or just they're not gonna praise you for your looks. But like you do have to remember that beauty is subjective, and we all like different things, and you don't have to like how something looks to like it. Something can be really different looking, really quirky, really different, and you like it because it's cool or it's unique. And then I think realizing that if someone doesn't like how you look, they don't have to look at you. Like, you are not the issue. You can look however you want, and whether you choose to look like that or not. And if somebody doesn't like it, they don't have to look at you. They can look at something else. They can look at someone else. They can close their eyes and walk away, but they don't have to look at you. I think that has helped me a lot, especially when I'm in public, that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how I look. I can still make connections with people. And then people who don't like how I look, or, if they don't want to talk to me because they don't like how I look, or to them it's strange that I can't do things like other people can, then, they don't have to talk to me. They don't have to look at me. They don't have to like how I look, and it's fine. There's literally billions of other people in the world that they can look at or interact with. And same for me. There's like so many other people that probably don't care what I look like. It's just more like the personality and what I can offer than just looks. So I think that remembering these things has really helped. So in conclusion, I guess learning how to grieve, to let go, being grateful for what I have, learning how to take compliments, going to therapy, and remembering that I can't look at myself. So my job is to be happy and experience things, and enjoy them. And then knowing that it doesn't matter what I look like, people don't have to look at me, has helped me deal with some of the feelings and some of the thoughts that come with having Mobius syndrome. So yes, I do think all of these apply to me and some of the consequences of having Mobius syndrome, but I do think they also might apply to a lot of other people that don't have Mobius syndrome. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, and not something that you would normally relate to someone that has Mobius syndrome, but if you watch this video and you learned something, I'm really happy. And if you want to learn more about Mobius syndrome, I'll be posting more videos. I have another video that explains a little bit of what it is. And also you can find me on Instagram. I'll put it right here. If you have questions or comments, put in the comment section. Like I said before, please be kind with your questions and your comments. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos. So thanks for watching. Bye.